Live at the barbershop with Q.
Oh, okay.
John, the magnificent.
I'm with that.
I was just trying to amp it up, you know.
Okay. Grammy thirsty, bout it, you heard me. Grammy thirsty, bout it, you heard me. Grammy thirsty, bout it, you heard me. You heard me.
Live at the barbershop.
Here we go.
Chills. Once before, yo,
Yeah.
live at the barbershop.
Yeah.
We here.
Spin a bar, Q.
Yeah. No.
That's like a slim Rick Ross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. No, Black Eyed Tea cat me off guard. He just going from the start, he just going there.
That's how we gotta do
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So I'm like, this truck, I'm waiting on John, but
That's why I passed the baton. I said, spin a bar, Q. Huh?
Alright, so we're gonna get into this real quick. I'm gonna play this clip.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna get into the discussion.
All right.
Check this out.
Let's do it.
Okay, share will be yours.
I don't ever put my kids first, right? And it's different. I've been with my wife since I was 18. So we've been with each other since we was kids.
And how old were you when you got married?
Yeah. I was 26 when I got married.
Okay, so you started 18 and got married.
18, 8 years together.
So y'all had a beautiful opportunity to just be friends for a while.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
And I learned through that process that if I try to put myself first as the father, right? Let's be honest, all of us as men will sit here and be like, I'm the man, I'm the leader of the household, right? How could I be the leader and put myself first? That's not what leaders do. Like in my family, my grandfather, Army guy, didn't say much. But one thing I knew, he was putting everybody before himself. Like my grandmother came first, the kids came, and then my grandfather took care of himself. My father did the same thing. And what I learned in life is the more I focused on my partner, the mother of my children, and I made sure she was good, she was able to reciprocate that. And then when my kids saw it, they were able to see like, oh, that's what a living, loving relationship looks like. They were now involved in our relationship the same way. We speak honestly and open in real time. Any issues my kids have, they have the confidence to come to me because they've seen that their mom can come to me and I'm not gonna be like, so it's a safe space.
Wow.
So for me, as a father, it's like, you know what, I wanna create a space where everybody knows that they safe.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So we're talking about balancing the family life, balancing the career, and figuring out how to put the ones that are important over you.
Not really over you.
Open that. Not really over you, but
Yeah,
I'm saying you, as a man, you normally your tendency is going to be to look out for the woman and the kids first.
Yeah.
Unless you got some selfish ones out there. But yeah. Pull that up for me. Yeah, put that on the screen for me.
But
I need that.
But everything is so new these days. Is what I'm saying? What we gonna do? What we gonna introduce?
Yeah. Before without further ado, let me just introduce myself. My name is John.
And I'm
Sitting my man Q. I got Black IT in the building. Yo, what's the name? We gotta give my man a name. What name we gonna come out? Pool dude?
the pool guy.
Incognito something, because I'm hearing a lot of stuff now. Like, yo, I thought my little cousin was like the quiet one. They say, yo, bring him near the pool parties.
No,
Cooling with Jay.
Cooling with Jay. All right, cooling with Jay. Yeah, that one? Cooling with Jay? You good with that one? All right, we cooling with Jay. All right, cooling with Jay. Cooling with Jay is in the building as well. Hey, yo, I got my man AP. AP is in the building. What's good?
What's good, brothers? How y'all
Very
doing?
White, always on set, always on deck.
Mr. White.
Next up the bat, I got my man Black Republican is in the building. What up? What up? What up?
What up, family? What's good?
All right.
Black Republican. I thought it was Teddy.
It's Ross, brother.
Yo, that's Batman. That's Robin. That's Kato.
You know, when you gotta be involved, you gotta wear multiple hats, man.
Everything. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? How you supposed to get it done if you don't got multiple hats on?
Exacto. Hey, put that in the mix for the night show as well. That's part of the discussion. Next up the bet, I got my man Nyad. Nyad is in the building. What up? What up? That's the original black man, Batman.
Yo.
What up? What's
going
good?
on? Nothing.
What's
Just
up?
rolling in.
All right. So now, before we go any further, did anyone catch Kirk Franklin? Can you play that back for me real quick? If you can just play just Kirk and then pause it just on him. I got a flashback for a minute. If you can, like, widen the screen and...
Okay, Chevron be yours.
Boom. Hold it right there. Boom.
He said,
Man,
show
go
me
back a little bit.
yours? What?
Huh?
He said, show me yours?
Oh, who said that? Kurt?
Yeah.
It's about how he started off the conversation.
Might be a diddler situation there.
Whoa. Y'all bugging.
If
Already.
somebody throw baby all across the screen, then you know it's popping in there.
But y'all already
right.
see that. Oh, that's BS. Anyway.
Hold up. Can you blow him up? Or that's the best you can do? All right. Damn. Can anyone see him? Can anyone kind of see Kurt? Because I ain't know Kurt had the little gold, you know, what do you call that now? Peach, nah, what do you call that? Gold tee? Nah.
Yeah,
is it?
Yeah,
all right. Anybody seen him? Now, anybody from back in the days, flash my other man right there on the screen for me. So I'm just looking at Kurt. I'm like, damn, he remind me of somebody. I can't. What he look like? He remind me of somebody. And I was trying to remember who he remind me of. Hold up.
That's like an R. Kelly song, bro.
Nah, yeah. Now, for a minute, it was just, you know, like, while he was talking, I'm looking at him like, because I haven't seen him with the new, you know, little gold tee situation. I haven't seen him. I don't really follow him, but I haven't seen him. This is like the first time I'm seeing him in a while. I'm looking at him like, oh.
That's Plies. That's Plies' cousin.
Ah.
That's
got him up
daddy.
Yet? All right, don't worry about it. I'll put it on this. You want me to put it on this? All right. Don't worry about it. I got him. I was just looking at him, and I was wondering to myself, I said, yo, who this dude remind me of? This? Anybody remember this dude?
Yo, John is a fool, man.
Yo, blow the screen.
John is a fool.
Wait. All right, cool.
Everybody remember? Is that not Kurt Franklin right there? I look like Kurt Franklin to me.
John is a fool, man.
Everybody remember Gary Gnu? Gnu.
Yeah.
That's gonna be Kurt Franklin's new song. Gnu. All right, so yo, let's get into it. Balancing family life, career, and your mental states. So I know for Nyad, family man. I no longer. Q back in it.
Oh,
oh, you heard that?
Yeah, it's good.
Hey, you heard them blacks?
It's all good.
I don't know what that was, man.
All right, you heard it, right?
No, I was about to say something, but you cuts me off and said,
yeah, you gotta think about it from last week.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Hey, you gotta speak your mind, Q. Speak your
man.
mind.
Yeah, it's all good, man. I love it.
So
you know, we all black men's up in here, man. You can't be all suppressive.
They discussed being a general, and being a general is not you just being about yourself.
Yeah.
Being the head of the household, you have to look out for others. Is it a hard thing to do, balancing career, ambitions, goals, and still coming home and balancing these different things? Everyone wants something.
Yeah, but in the time period that we are now, and this 50-50 thing, for instance,
It's never that, but go ahead.
Oh, don't bring that up, man.
No. This is where the 50-50 thing come in for me. For instance, you say you're balancing career and everything, and if you have your lady, your wife, whatever that, and your kids and everything, balance it. Meaning, if there's things to do around the house, even though you have your career going, maybe she's not a home person. Home, she has a career balancing too. This is where the 50-50 goes in. You're not gonna want her to come from work and do another 50 and you come and you just do your 50 outside the house.
Okay.
Meaning stuff in the house to be done. I know you're not that person because I've seen what you've done.
Not that person in what way?
You are
selfish?
You're 100 outside. 100 outside, 100 outside, 100 inside.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. But the dude, no, we always
retarded all the way around now.
Yeah. The point I'm trying to get to is like the dude who say he's balancing career and everything, and when he comes in, he's done with everything.
Yeah.
And the female, the wife comes in and still has to do
certain
the
things.
kids, the cook. I don't believe in that.
Okay.
I don't believe in that.
Let me talk to Nyad.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Told you in a trap.
Yo, don't sound so excited. Oh man, why you gotta pick me?
Nah, I'm totally fine. The funny thing is that the dude situation I told you or mentioned it sounds just like mine because me and my wife been together since I was 17.
Okay.
Wow.
Blood fire.
That's a real healthy relationship. We should celebrate that, man.
It's just
Factamundo.
That's what the video just said.
So you mean Gary Gnu?
Yeah.
Okay.
He gets to know her as a friend before a wife.
Yeah. I mean, it's always good. Look, if you can marry your friend, your best friend, then you one up.
Yeah.
We were dating for 10 years before we got married.
Wow.
Okay. Wow.
10.
So 10 and then you married what now? 19, 20?
26, 27. So yeah. Went through college, went through all that.
Okay.
And then let me see. We're like I told you 29 years in now.
Ooh,
and
wow.
known each other.
Dope.
We've known each other since middle school. Make it worse.
Oh my! Congratulations, man.
Facts.
So
yeah, clap it up, clap it up.
Lead by example.
It's a difference, but yeah, you definitely get to know who this who the person is.
Mm-hmm.
But that whole 50-50 is not 50-50. Like John said, that's 100-100, 150, 150.
Yeah.
You gotta do as
and
much
that whole
as you
balance
can.
of work, that's a never ending.
It's
never ending battle. It's never enough time, never too much time, never too much little time. It's something that has to evolve every week.
Right.
So whatever they say, the balance is always a continuing battle. Because, your spouse is gonna want your time, your kids gonna want your time. And the older the kids get, the more time that they want.
Yeah.
So now you gotta balance spending time with the kids, spending time with your wife. You gotta start dating your wife again, or continue dating your wife because she don't want her time.
Yeah.
Then you talk about what's my time. Like I told you, I'm just
gets no time.
to be straight up, I told you I just came back from the convention. I ain't seen my wife since 8:45, and I've been in the house for the past 30 minutes. So,
and now you're here.
My bad.
Listen, I walk straight in, stuff my face, and I'm right here. So I know I'm a minute. She probably gonna come around the corner and give me that look, but
yeah, you know the look. Yep. But see, this is the thing with it. I've heard from other people. You get this other half of it, right? You got somebody that's out there just gunning it, getting it, trying to get it. I'm perfect example on that. I forgot. Yeah. Now, Nayad, you can remember this. Blacks too. There was a time I used to live on South Beach, like literally. I'm in every club. I'm in every corner.
All of us.
I'm anything that's going on. I'm there. But then I get, you spending too much time out there all the time. What's going on? Blah 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 blah. Like what? Yo, so how you expect something to happen? Think I'm gonna be here Netflixing with you all day? Nah, can't do that. So you want certain things in life, you got to go out and go get it. It's not gonna happen with me sitting down on the couch with you watching Netflix every single night or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? So like, yeah, there's a balance. Like you get Netflix like Saturday,
okay,
or Monday through Friday, or Friday, Sunday, or whatever. It has to. I got it. You got to hit the street.
Yeah.
Individual is still blah 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 blah. Right. I put it on pause, and that's one thing I would tell somebody. For my personal part of it, don't put nothing on pause because it's hard to start back up afterwards.
It is, especially in the entertainment field. You stop for a year like you never did anything.
It's like, yo, worse off when you was out there and everybody, yo, stop. Go back to some of those spots and try getting inside. Yeah, who you again?
Yeah, if they don't see your if they don't see your face, then it's no longer
for real
valid. So me and John, we've been on plenty sets. Yeah. We done had this discussion years. Like, yo, what's going on with you, man? Trying to get them to understand. We on sets for 8-9 hours, sitting there. So wives and what you call it. So yeah, that's something that has to be on the individual. You gotta say train them, but they gotta understand like this is how this bread gonna come through. Yeah. Bread ain't gonna come through to nowhere else.
See, that's the thing. If each like individual don't understand the journey that each other is on, then it's always going to be a one-sided thing. Yeah. They're never going to understand why do you need to take so much time to go prep, a scene, or why do you take so much time to to swap out tapes? Why does it take so much time to dump photos and video? You know what I mean? They're like, oh, do you need 10 hours to do this event? It's like, yes. You know what I mean? So it's like if they don't come there and participate with you doing your work, like they come there, see how you working, see how you hustling and moving, they're never gonna understand. If they just play in the background and waiting for the results, they're gonna always look and be like, why is the results taking so long to get here? They never see the work. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing if your shorty or your wife or whatnot is doing something as well, you participate in what she's doing, help her out. And both of y'all progress to a point where you understand what each other's doing. Because as soon as you say, hey, I got to go filming. All right, cool. She should automatically know what filming means.
Right.
What takes in with all of it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if she say, hey, I got to go talk to a client, you should already know what talking to a client means. So it's a balance of communication.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, with each other. Because if y'all playing roommates at this point, it's never going to work.
Mm-hmm. So now, did you add to do all that explanation as we are talking about in your situation?
I just got to look.
you just look at.
No, I said I just got to look.
He just got to look. He just got to look.
Oh.
The wife came around the corner and gave me the look.
They say you're coming at us and I say nothing.
I didn't say a word, and I just got to look.
Yeah.
So AP, let me ask you, in your situation, and I know you Barry White to the end, so you always find a smooth answer to get through everything. Did you encounter anything that hampered you fulfilling your goals, your career, and anything like that?
AP.
Oh, he on pause. All right, we'll come back to him. All right, so here's the next thing.
It's technical. Everything delayed.
Hey, man, put the gummies down, AP. Put the gummies down.
No, it was delayed. I just heard.
Yeah.
Nah, I was saying in your case, did you have anything in your relationship at the time that hampered you from fulfilling your goals, your career, or anything of that nature? dealing with your spouse?
Yeah, because at first it was, I think the whole thing of me being in the industry was the excitement part of, everything, having somebody that's in the industry, progressively moving up and stuff like that. But then when it started to be what it was, which was a career job, it was taken away from them. And then it was, oh, I don't like the way that, they treating you, or you should be doing more, you should be getting more. And all that stuff gets into play. And, sometimes it's either you ignore that noise or you just succumb to it and end up doing something else. But yeah, it's a tricky situation, man, because time is something, and it doesn't matter whether it's a baby or a grown up. People are just naturally jealous of their spouse, their relatives, their parents. Yeah. I know all y'all have seen those videos of the little kids, that when they see their parents being affectionate with each other, they get in the whole middle of it, move the kids, the parents' hand off of. So
the younger one,
all we are just grown up adults. I mean, grown up kids.
Kids.
So primarily we still have the same attributes. We just mature differently in how we react to them. But we may still have the same type of thoughts, but some will react out from it, and some people will hold it in, and some people will just not talk about it until it blows up. But for me, I've had the good side and the bad side of it. And it's always a telling thing, because they want the successful people, but they don't want to be the sacrifice of the successful people. Many times, we talk about, oh man, in music industry or entertainment industry, you have to sacrifice people and this and that. But I mean, and that's real 100%. But in the context of, you're sacrificing time, you're sacrificing those things, family and stuff like that, and not like you going and sacrificing somebody, cutting off their neck, drinking their blood, all types of stuff. But there is a sacrifice. So you, if you don't have that balance, it's going to be a problem, because especially with women, man, they want that time, and sometimes it gets to that point. If they don't get that time, then they start being they start rationing their time and their efforts in different ways, right? That got guys thinking and wondering, what they need to do to get back in good grace for something. But if it was flipped around and we weren't doing anything, they wouldn't have got with us in the first place. So
here's something I learned. And universe moves in a different pattern. Hey, Cool J, listen to this. Okay? You coming up in the world, so listen. Now, when I was in high school, there was a girl I was dating. Starting to date. Trying to date. Right? You laughing at it? I didn't even finish the story.
You should know if you're dating her. You say dating, trying to date.
No, well, I said I was dating, but I was trying to get to know her. So, so what the thing was, and I learned early how females think and how they operate and how they move. And ever since that happened, it clicked. Something clicked. The light bulb went off. So, and all my other female friends, we all went to the same school. I'm not gonna call the female's name out, but I used to walk this girl to her class all the time, right? So, trying to get with this girl because she was like the it girl. Everybody, so I'm like, all right. So I'm there. So every day I'm walking the girl to her class. We sit there and talk, and then the bell rings, right? Then I gotta run to my class.
Simp.
Okay. Early days. Never was a simp though, no. But what it was, you trying to bag the girl. So I'm Mr. Cool. I'm like, yo, all right, let me walk you. Like you said, putting them first. I walk you to your class. That's what a gentleman does, right? I don't do it where it's like, yo, I gotta go. Homeroom starts, this starts, or whatever. So I walk her to her class. You sit there and talk a little because you know you got a little time. Then you go, like, damn. Now I gotta run. Now I'm late. Now you're late to your class. It kept going on. And one day I said to her, I said, yo, hold up, man. Now you need to walk me to my class now. You know what I'm saying? Every time I'm here, I bring you to your class. But now I'm realizing I go late all the time. You know what she said to me? Oh, nah, I can't go late to my class. I'm not about to be late for nobody. I said, oh.
Bing bong.
Bing bong. Okay. Light bulb went off. Boom. And ever since then, nah, never again. How I look at it now is like, and worse now that, and even when I was married, now that I'm back single and stuff like that, it's hard for me to get in that mode where I'm gonna really be like, oh, I'm not gonna go do this to come hang out with you, sit on the couch and do nothing. Like my mindset right now, I can't get into that because I know for me, I got things I need to get done. Yeah, I might pause out for a minute. Like if it's at a certain time at night or something like that, but not in the daytime. Or if something's planned way in advance, like, all right, look, in August, we're gonna take a road trip to da-da-da, something like, all right, cool. But not every weekend or something you popping up talking about, yo, let's go on and hit the road. And I got things to do.
Sure that.
I'm not doing that.
Sure that.
And females, they got a problem with that. Oh,
sometimes
you don't want to spend time with nobody. You shouldn't be with nobody. I said, that's why I ain't with nobody. I don't want to be with no. I'm good because I got things I need to do. Well, you give me that look. What's it do?
No, I mean, the thing is though, man, if you don't have time for someone, then I suggest don't even start nothing.
Hold on, Black.
Okay.
Pause out for a minute, Black. The look that Hobie just gave me, I was just trying to figure it out. Like, man look like I came from one of the freak off parties.
I'm just thinking and said, sometimes it's maturity and you're getting old. We're getting older.
Old.
It's not old.
But I'm just saying though, if
you still gotta find time.
But I'm saying though, like how Blacks was just saying, like yo, you in your mind, like yo.
I'm in my zone.
I'm in my zone right now.
I'm in my zone, man.
I don't wanna
if you
lane.
Yeah, I'm in my zone.
Hey.
But you explain that to the person.
I'm in my zone.
I'm not.
that's it. No, but here's the thing. Though,
I'm not talking like getting up every weekend going out.
Like, you told them straight up from the beginning.
Yeah, you got to be honest, man.
Yeah,
they want to hear from the beginning.
Yeah,
so
you got to be honest with how you moving. You know what I'm saying? What's your purpose in the situation and all of that? If you're not honest with that, then you're there for something else.
Yeah, well, they don't like. I keep it 100 with everybody.
Here's the thing. Like I tell Dave, I even tell my wife, I said, you need to have your own time.
Yep.
And I have my time.
Yep.
If you have your own time, you're not going to be too pressed to be having so much time, because if you don't have your own time, you have too much time.
Right.
So we need to be able to come together at a certain time and be like, all right, hey, this is what we're going to do on this day. But if you got 6 hours and I only got 4, that means you ain't putting nothing in your time. So what are you doing with yourself? If you're not doing it with yourself, means you're not trying to progress yourself.
So it's just being honest.
And that's what I find nowadays.
Just being honest.
That's what I find nowadays.
From the get-go.
Is that a lot of them don't have...
honest, being yourself, man. You know what
they don't even tap dance. A lot of them don't have hobbies, man. They just go to work and come home.
They don't know what a hobby is. So it's like they want to take their spare time and then, and use up your time because they have spare time. I said, if you ain't doing nothing, you're not contributing nothing because you need to be able to do something with your 4 hours. So when you get home and you got 6 hours when you get home, you need to be spending 2 to 3 hours on your business, and then we get together and do something. But if you got so much time, you can't press somebody because you're not trying to put time in for your own self. Your time is not my time. You need your own time, and I got my own time. And then we come together and was like, all right, you know what? I didn't put my time in for myself. You
Yeah.
put your time in, then
This
boom,
is our time.
this is our time.
Yeah.
If you have your own time, you're not gonna be pressed all the time for trying to spend time because now you by yourself and you around here looking twiddling your thumbs. Go find something to go find something to go do.
Dude, right. And trust me, when they get started, they not cutting it for you. Trust me, I've seen it numerous times.
In their time.
Yo, why don't you just skip that? We go ahead. No. But then we'll do it on your time. It's like that whole thing. $1 for you, 1, 2 for me, 1, 2, 3 for you, 1, 2, 3, 6 for me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you got to watch how they counting it and how they moving with it. And that's the thing. I'm in a zone. That's why I tell everybody all the time. Like, look, I'm not pausing out. There's not no clock that can rewind and do all this stuff here. Because now you put your stuff on hold, come back, you got to start all over again. Start all over again. Every time it's someone new or whatever the case may be, if that's how you're going to keep doing it.
Yeah.
So if you say whatever, I don't care if anyone gets upset, if anyone's feeling a certain way, que sera. Because you know why?
That's why you got to find somebody. That's why you got to find someone with the understanding of what it takes. A career-driven individual will understand what it takes to be a career-driven man. You know what I'm saying? Because if she pretty much gets supported by everything else and she's not getting it herself or she's not moving herself, then she's going to be wondering why you're doing so much to get what you're doing. You know what I mean? She doesn't understand the drive. She doesn't understand the purpose, the meaning of building with your hands and benefiting of what you done constructed. You know what I mean? She doesn't understand that. So you have to find someone that with that mindset. And that's what the time takes. If you're ready for somebody, then you take the time to survey someone, you know what I mean, in that kind of situation. And if you get with someone and you start realizing that this person ain't the person that you were really looking forward to or whatever the case, you just let them know, like, look, it's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't really match up. I mean, the only thing you could be is honest with the person. If they don't like your response, then keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying?
Because even in a situation you have females would have a dude that is a hardworking dude and he keeps pushing, and you have female would sit back and say, why you work so hard? Why you working so much? And situation. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, females like that.
And then if you ain't working, it's a problem.
You're a bum.
It's a problem. Because we often see it, females, all over people videoing people on this thing every time. All you do, they cheat on them, and what's the result of it? All he does is work. He's always working. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I mean, a black man in general got to work at least 5 times harder than a normal individual.
Yeah.
You know, in today's society. So for your own queen to be questioning your drive, it's even worse, man. That's even worse because you leave the world, dealing with the world, trying to get your family together and your household together, and then you come home to the world itself. Sooner or later, you're not even going to be coming home. You're going to be working the longest shifts possible, finding a gig or something to do after work just so you don't have to go home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's why I say if you don't have that understanding, man, it's better just not to start it. That's like starting a house. You starting your dream home with no foundation built. You know what I mean?
Like, listen,
You see this brother over here, man?
Both parties got to come to an agreement.
Yeah.
And the agreement is like, say, I guess in my situation, Saturday and Sunday, I say don't bother me until after 10 a.m. unless it's something dire emergency.
Nah, Ed, I know you can see me, right?
I see you with that
I know
lotion.
you can see me. So this is cute. This is cute trying to explain it. So, baby girl. So turn around for a minute. Let me just rub your back and explain to you, please. I have to go to work. So,
oh Jesus!
So
please,
if you don't mind, what they say back home, Marvel Duff, baby love.
What?
That's a Marvel Duff. Yeah, I hear that. I ain't hear that in so long.
Okay, you baby face it out so that she don't get upset or anything like that, right? That's what he's saying, because he's saying, yo, you just have to understand. They talk to them in a certain way. You get certain things situated.
No, you still,
you can have that.
You still got to put things in the right way.
Listen.
Oh, you're gonna say?
And listen, you can put it 1,000 ways how you want it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you got one shot in life. Okay? You keep pausing out for everybody. You see what the end results are. Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about not spending time with family. Yes, everything needs balance. Like Nyad said, you have kids and different things. Like, listen, I spend time with my son and I do things and everything. So I know, but at the same time, I'm not going to be sitting in the parking lot waiting on my son every single day. You know why? Because somewhere in between, them same kids and that same wife needs to get this, that, and the third. Need to get a hair done. So need to get a nail done. Need to go to soccer game. Need to go this. Need to do it. And what they do? Put their hand out for you, right? Then when you say, well, I don't have it. How come you ain't got it? Because I was spending time with you.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. I mean, Effie, you have females say, why you work so much? Why you work so much? You have no time. The females been cheating out here, and what they said.
Dude ain't spending time with them.
Yeah, he's always working. That's why I need.
But here's the flip side. Here's the flip side, right? Then the shorty goes, what? Brokey! Right, okay, so
what you want? That's what I was saying before. You know, if you understand what you're doing, you know what I mean? And there's a purpose behind the dream. There's a, reason why you're pushing so hard. If she doesn't understand that, then pass on. You get what I'm saying? You have to be real, man. We're all adults. People are moving like this is high school or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where you put a little note on a paper and tell her to check a box. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? We all out here paying rent. We all out here making money, doing what we gotta do.
Yeah.
And if she doesn't understand that, then she hasn't reached the form of adulthood by now. And that's something somebody you do not want to start a family with. Starting a family takes heavy dedication. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't understand that, then move on. Because trust me, you're gonna end up divorced and with child support. You know what I'm saying? Because she still wants her freedom. She still wants to be a child. She still wants to run around, go to clubs and all this other stuff. And then she's still looking for someone to be the traditional man, because a traditional man is the one that puts himself first and makes sure his family is taken care of while running himself through, because that's what they do.
Yeah.
Harm comes, traditional man puts his family behind him. They say ain't nothing coming to my family before me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so this modern, age mentalities, man. They're all over the place. Nothing is stable. You know what I mean? Because they want to know that they can jump from one topic to the next topic without having to plant their roots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
On a whole, though, for a female, remember now, a female can get by financially in numerous ways different from a man. In numerous ways. Now, don't get me wrong, you got some gigolos. Got some gigolos out here that know how to, find their way on some female's couch and stuff like that. And be able to eat for a couple months or whatever before it's time to move on to the next one. But a real man out here is not going to have the same luck pattern as a female. And that's not being biased. That's just facts. That's just facts.
Listen, as you say that, there's a whole lot of young men who do that right now. They have, and I say young men, I'm talking about in their 20s, 30s. They have these females taking care of them.
Yeah, they call it a soft boy era.
And you sitting there wondering, like, wait a minute, you are right with this female taking care of you, and you not participating. And 9 times out of 10 is because the dude didn't go, or doesn't have any kind of trade skill or school skill. And a lot of these women, they're the ones getting the college degrees and getting paid, while the dude is out there trying to cut an album or do something or not nothing. But they just sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
But that's why I said the universe is spinning backwards, because you'll have a good guy like us, right? Get up, go out, bust your hump, do everything, right? But then, for instance, I was in Chicago one day, right? Pull up to the gas station. Dead of winter. Nice female gets out the car. But I ain't even see the dude, because this dude's seat is so far back. Like, right? So she comes out and she's pumping the gas. I said to my man, yo, that's a little shorty right there. Might ask if she need help with that. So I get out the car now. I'm going around. And then she says, I don't know what's going on with it. It won't pump or something like that. So then the dude seat comes up. He's like, yo, I just pumped the shit, man. And I'm like, oh, there's a dude in the car? Oh, man. I'm going to assume homie's leg is broken or something, because she out here struggling with it. I still was going to ask if she need help, because at this point now, he ain't even get out. Yo, she's still struggling with the pump. So I said to my man, I said, yo, this is crazy. This is a different movement out here. Because, yo, in Chicago, it's like a different thing. Even walking through the airport, right? I would see dudes walking up front and their girls is in the back of them, right?
Yeah.
And the girls is the one pulling the suitcase, and they ain't got nothing in their hands. And I'm like, oh, this is definitely Pimp City out here. Because, Chicago known for the pimping.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
this is a new
there's
generation.
a whole nother level over here. So
man.
the dude finally gets out. So I'm thinking, all right, got to have a cast on his leg or something. Dude gets out. He perfectly fine. He was like, yo, it's cold. Hurry up. I said, damn. Yeah. And he get back in the car. The girl is out there. She pumping the gas. I'm like, damn. I need to move to Chicago. Yo.
Well, you got to think about the standards too, man. But the thing is, though, too, you can't find a lot of these modern females. They not right with themselves, and they not even right with God as well. You know what I'm saying? Most of them ain't never read a Bible. Most of them probably never went to church. They probably go to church looking for a stable dude. You know what I mean? You seen them. They go to church with the tightest of tights on, and you're looking like, you going to a club after?
You're not lying about that. You are definitely true about that.
You feel me? Like, come on now. But that's the problem. Individuals got to understand that if you have a certain standard, you have to live by your standard. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't live to your standard, then you're just accepting any garbage that's coming to you. You know what I mean? And it's straight up garbage, because if something is down here and they're not even trying to elevate, you never go down there to bring them up. Unless they were riding with you and the two of you are partners and they fall into a bin and you come down as the support and say, come on, let's get up, put them on your back, you get to the level, and then you'll start running again. That's the only time. But if it's just someone that's there and you trying to get to know, or whatever the case that you're trying to build, don't waste your time. As an individual that's grounded, you walking on the path that God laid out for you, do not waste your time on that foolishness. You get what I'm saying? Keep it moving, because any of that stuff, a lot of that stuff is distractions. Satan could be bringing these individuals in your life to literally push you off your path, just to distract you and destroy you in the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You already know society don't want to see a strong, independent black man already. You know what I'm saying? Especially one that's level-headed, understanding the system, ready to move, ready to get up and do what they got to do. Society does not want to see that, especially coming from, you know what I mean? If we say, oh, man, I don't need no house, I could build my own. What the hell do you mean he could build his own? What this person got? Who is this person? And you out there just boom, boom, you could bring a community together. They don't want that kind of person, man. That's why you have to stick to your standards when it comes down to things. You cannot falter. You cannot sway. If you see something's odd, you address it immediately. If you don't address it, you're accepting it.
Yeah.
You're accepting your downfall in the end of the day.
Not a bad lotion right there.
What?
You know, like what?
No, somebody got to catch it. What?
Yo, he is on something right now, man.
Y'all are bugging, boy.
Talking about lotion, man.
Lotion.
Like black
It's got
you know,
baby oil no more. It's a lotion.
Diddy already bought up all the baby oil stock, so he gotta make do.
AP, tell him the story where you went to Walmart.
Oh man, forget it.
What? Yo, but okay. So at the end of the day, look, each individual has their own path, their own life. However you see fit, do you. But remember though, the clock does not rewind for any one of us. So you got one shot at this, and that's just me.
Yeah.
My one shot.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it. Now, do I have to balance? Yes. Got to balance certain things, but I'm not going to balance it according to your rules and regulations. I'm balancing it accordingly so that it could be an equal playing field for both individuals. Now, you start getting greedy and you want to hang out more and this and that.
Yeah.
I can't accommodate you on that.
Yeah.
Unless we're working together and hanging out. Yeah. Like Black said, if we're working in unison to get to the goal, then I don't have a problem. Meet me at the spot and we'll knock out a few videos and go eat. Balance. Boom.
Yeah.
And look, here's another thing to it. So for me, 1 minute. I never put any restraint on anyone. If you going to school, any girl I dealt with before, they'll tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to school. All right, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to be a nurse. Oh, do you? I want to be an astronaut. Word, float. Do you? Because at the end of the day, don't tell me nothing. Meaning say I give you freedom to go be who you have to be. Yeah. I don't want to hear nothing like, oh, I was trying to do something in Maryland and you didn't want long distance and blah, blah, blah. Whatever. You in Maryland? Go ahead, do you. There's a thing called an airplane in a car. I'll meet you. Because if it's going to be, it's going to be regardless. Successful people, majority of the time, wealthy people are always away doing business anyway. Okay? So at the end of the day, if you can get through that portion of it, when you finally make it, it's nothing. You try to tell everybody, this is a test right now. This is like boot camp. If you can't get through boot camp, well, you can't go to war. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Getting the money, you can't handle that portion of it. So just sit down and chill. But at the end of the day, I don't want nobody giving me no ultimatums about, oh, it's either me or before you finish the door. That's you. Bye. I don't need that. Because I don't put that on anyone. Be the best that you can be. You only got one life to get this. So whatever goal you got, I got you. Here's the support mechanism. Go ahead, go get it. Go ahead. You saying?
No.
It was you saying.
Well, I was kind of referring back to the video. Whereas he was saying that he would put his partner
ahead.
Put his partner ahead and then the kids and then himself. He's
most men do that. Well, most men. Females do it too.
Yeah.
You know, the good ones.
But
the good ones.
Yeah, but it's less than before, like your father. We see that. You see, like that in that situation, he put his kids. But what they're saying on the
what happened? What happened? I didn't get the memo.
Distraction. But what I'm saying is,
he said he don't.
No, you have dudes out here now who actually put themselves in front of family.
Yeah, it's a lot of that now, but that's what I'm saying.
The dudes who always buying bottles.
And
then that's not
a family.
At home is
That's not a traditional man. That's not a man. That's a dude still rocking out his teens or his young angst or whatever the case is. I mean,
and
Many
That's
of them
what I'm
never
saying,
had
though.
examples, man. Y'all gotta look at that too, man. How
That's a
many
good
of
point.
these
That's a good point.
people got examples of what it is to be a man, to be able to take care of your family, your son,
A lot of them
daughter?
grew up in a single mother household where she didn't have a father either.
Yeah, but
There's no male representation.
let's not feed into believing that majority of black and brown kids are fatherless, because that is not a fact. You have a lot, but it's not majority of.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you look at inner city, those are things that are set to be that way.
Yeah.
For example, if you're Section 8, if you're not married, man can't live in the home. Those are things that are set up that way. But you have more traditional lifestyles going on than you don't have, which is like, emphatically, you could look at the real numbers and see that the same way that majority of the people that are in jail are not black people, but those numbers show that way. When they're just talking about the specific numbers, because we don't make up freaking not even 20%. So we can't be 80% of what's in there. Numbers wise, that doesn't even compute at all. There's no mathing, but you could look and say 85%, and I've been seeing this stuff, 85% of white people are killed by white people, 85%. Right? But then
you don't hear about it.
You don't hear anything about white on white crime. Right? But that's made for a certain way. They control the media, they control certain things. So it's the same way, man, to pull apart our foundation, because if you have a real foundation towards anything, it's just like the smallest number of things usually seems to guide the larger number of perception. It's specifically for a reason, because that reverberates more than anything else. Just like people saying, "Oh, well, there's not really the Cosby Show is a myth." No, the Cosby Show is not a myth. Majority of us on here have had mother and father in their lives. So just use us as a demographic and seeing, right? And we killed the mystique, or whatever the numbers are, to show that no, it's not everyone. There's still a lot more than it needs to be, but it all goes back to the examples you have growing up to see in front of you what is what. And if you're a kid that hasn't had a man in your life, or the men that are in their lives, you only see them through a plexiglass thing, or a bench every month,
other week, something,
to go in a visit or something like that. Like, then you're gonna be that person that's sitting there living off of women, because you got a lot of lonely women out there. Shoot, a lot of lonely women, and if you slinging it right, guess what? They're down to do whatever it is to do, man. So
the funny thing, you mentioned Cosby Kid.
Been a long time.
I actually went to school with a Cosby Kid. So R.I.P. to my man Michael Clark. Actually had two parents. One was a lawyer, one was a doctor. Had a Rolls Royce, the whole 9 yards. The mother, if I can remember right, it was vice versa. Now, I remember when Cliff was the doctor and the wife was the lawyer. It's vice versa. His mother was the doctor and his father was the lawyer. And I remember we had like this dude at the school threw a little party because his parents went away, and kid came out. He came out Now, when I went over his house, I went in the garage by accident one day. And you know, like when you flip the light on and you see something, oh, damn, and you flip the light off. So it went on and went off that fast that I thought I saw a Rolls Royce, but because we're not in the hood, but we was in the suburbs. Anybody that know New York, talk about LA. We over in Lawton, which is good. You know, it's good. It's not, had little things here and there, but overall, it's still the suburbs. But I was like, I'm like, nah, it couldn't be. Because I didn't even know what his parents did. You know, every time I went over his house, we'd sit down in the kitchen, chop it up with his mother and them a little bit, but I ain't really like sit down all day. But then when the party happened, kid rolls up in the Rolls Royce. I'm like, yo, who's this? Like, no. Mom, it's Mom Pops. I'm like, you bugging. And I'm like, yo, for real? He's like, yeah. He's like, yo, hold up. Is this what I saw in the garage? He's like, yeah. I'm like, yo, you tripping. Why would you bring this out here? His parents is away. Came to the party. I'm like, boy, you better get that back to the house as soon as you can. Because if anything scratch that, it's over for you.
Parents don't skin them alive.
What? But so that's what I'm saying. It's not that it's not a reality. It is. But it's just we don't see it on a normal base. And due to the fact, again, I went to school with this dude. Me and him was cool. He had a little barbershop in his basement and everything. So everybody from the school used to go get their haircuts at his house. So it's not like we didn't, but we didn't know. Because he didn't advertise. He wasn't a braggadocious person. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't nothing like that. But again,
he wanted to show out.
Yeah, there's a lot of professionals that you just don't know. You know what I'm saying? You really don't know. So, but again, moving forward, for me, and I speak for myself only.
Yeah.
Go after your goal, man. Get what you got to get. If somebody's having a problem with it, figure it out. If it can't be figured out,
I don't think nobody should have a problem with somebody seeking.
You would be surprised.
Yeah. When people want time,
you'd be surprised. When people are selfish and want things for how they want it, you'll be surprised.
Yeah.
Trust that.
It's not even a surprise either. It's not even a surprise. There are people out there like that, for real.
You got to understand who you with, man.
Birds.
Yeah.
I say in 2025, if you building, don't date.
Facts.
Because folks don't understand the whole trust in the process. People would want this instant gratification, and they don't understand that you got to trust the process. They don't understand that. So you believe in it. You have belief in yourself. Nobody ain't gonna believe more than you believe in yourself. So they're not gonna be able to trust the process. So
that's my word. That's my word.
Yeah.
Real, son. Real.
Do not build with a modern woman, man. Do not build with a modern woman that sits on social media for 24/7, out there with secret profiles, the whole 9 yards. Do not build with a modern woman. If you're not in that lifestyle, in that player lifestyle, in that goofy lifestyle, whatever the case is, and you're a traditional dude just moving, doing what you gotta do not mess with a modern female.
It's facts. It's facts. It's dope ass lotion though. Real.
Yo. What's up with this dude and this lotion, bro?
John gonna be smooth in a minute, boy. He might
he might slide out the chair with all that.
About to slide out the chair in a minute.
Yeah.
He gonna put his arm on the armrest.
Just grabbing the barrel mentality. That's been programming it out. Yep.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's what destroyed the community right there. The crab in the barrel mentality. That's what destroyed the community. Because now somebody see you moving, they see you doing your thing. You know what I mean? You in the hood and you progressing. They looking at you like, who the hell do you think he is? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But Nayad, you are perfectly correct. But go ahead.
Yeah.
No, so they be like, how he getting it? I'm not getting it.
There's a lot of that going on. But like you said, perfectly correct. If you got goals and you're doing something, do not, I repeat, do not
get distracted.
Get distracted.
Yeah.
Stay focused, get your stuff going. Once you meet your goal, then the world is yours. You know what I'm saying? Just stay focused, man, and get what you got to get. Keep it moving. They don't like it, case around. So, live at the barbershop. You can catch us every Friday night, 9 p.m. Check us out on all the platforms. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Hey, listen, it's a lot of things coming up. It's just, a lot of things happen in the news today. So we'll touch on that next week. We're gonna put everything. We're gonna put everything together. So we was trying to see if we can cram for tonight, but I was like, don't want to mix. Yeah, we're gonna hold it for next week because there's so much stuff that
you gotta make sure Q is on point.
Oh man, there's so much things going on, man.
That
one
is serious, man.
Go ahead.
On 4th of July Friday with the podcast.
Oh, that's a good question.
Do a 4th of July party, man, in the back with the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Have everybody back there chilling, vibing, so they can see the community.
He said,
make it happen.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll see what's up with it.
I think it'd be dope, man.
Huh?
I think it'd be dope. Have a gathering, everybody just chilling. You know what I'm saying?
We'll talk. Yeah, no doubt.
Cool J. Come on, man. Make it happen. Make it happen.
Cool J. I said, you know what I'm saying? Word up.
Bring the light in, bring the big screens, you know, all of that, man. Come on, man.
We'll see. We'll see what's up.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out by that time. What is What?
4th of July is like Wednesday or something like that?
Nah, 4th of July is Friday.
It's a Friday.
Yeah.
Next week, yeah.
Oh.
Flying,
so
man.
we'll figure it out. But thanks. Once again, thanks, Nayab, for joining us. What up? Black Republican, AP, Q, Black IT, Cool J in the building. Okay. You know what I'm saying? We ain't putting the LL, just straight Cool J. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And shout out to everybody else out there, man. Like I said, you can find us on all the platforms. 9 p.m. Be there, be square. Please go out in the world and be somebody. Get up off the couch. And don't wait for that person to come get it for you. Take your ass out there and go get it. Yes, sir.
We out.
Go out in the world and be somebody.